All right, Dad, what do we got here?
Got an '04 Prius, so a Gen 2 Prius, and we had battery codes in the hybrid high voltage battery. We had codes for failed internal battery problem.
Oh, that's pretty easy. Needs a battery. Okay. That's not good.
I mean, here's the thing. For most people, yeah. If we come down and we look at it, I'm not going to touch it. I don't have my gloves on or anything. It's unhooked. It's safe right now. It's safer.
Yeah.
Don't be touching these things unless you know what you're doing. Please do not go in here and be messing with these things unless you know what you're doing. But you can see all the corrosion.
Oh yeah.
On all of these, which is extremely common. So that's one problem that we see. Now we have all the equipment to take this stuff off, clean it up, and then we will hook we have equipment to hook to it to actually cycle the battery and load test all the cells so that we can know what cells are bad and then we can replace the cells.
So it just needs a cell?
No, this one needs more than that, and this is extremely common. So if we come in here and we look, we've got the same thing on this side.
Yeah.
But we look right here, you see the connector?
Oh wow.
So we see this so much. So this is going to need, unfortunately, this module and the harness.
That's what is that module?
This is the high voltage battery module.
Got it.
So,
okay.
Unfortunately, Toyota does not service that harness, nor do they service, no, I think they do service the module, but they don't service the harness.
Yeah.
So, the only way that we know to do it is we buy used batteries and we get the harnesses out of them.
We have a whole refurbishing system here, but that's a whole other video.
It's a whole other video on how we do all that. But
yeah,
you know, if anybody's out there watching this that knows how to buy these harnesses or knows somewhere to buy these harnesses or somebody that fixes them, if you can find somebody that fixes those things, if they can find that connector shell and they fix them, man,
send us the info.
Send us the info. We'll buy a bunch of them. So we see this all the time. So in most cases, what's going to happen with this, with most people, is they're going to put a whole new battery in this car. Yeah. And it doesn't need that. And
no, we can clean all that stuff up and get things right.
100%. We can make this battery be perfect again once we get a new module and a harness, and then we'll do the rest of the battery too and refurbish it.
Yep.
So.
All right, cool. Yep. I like it. Yep. Don't touch hybrid batteries.
Don't touch anything with an orange cable unless you know what you're doing.
Good advice.
Please.
All right.
All right.
Bye. Has anyone needed their hybrid battery replaced in a Toyota Prius? Because I just got a quote for $6,800, and I'm wondering if anyone knows about alternatives or experience Go Gadget Hive Mind.
You're telling me the battery on a Prius costs more than I paid for the whole car. That's the line showing up in service department lobbies across the country right now, and it's not an exaggeration for a lot of owners.
Well, let's talk about that as I swap everything, get that new battery ready to go in the car. I will share with you some statistics here. The average Toyota hybrid battery replacement cost is anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. That's parts, labor, and taxes all included. It's very few models, especially some of the older, stranger ones, can creep up to $8,000, but majority of them are in that $3,000 to $5,000 range. That's only for the regular hybrids though, not plug-in hybrids. We are not including these in this video. So here's another statistics that I will share with you from actual real-life experience. I worked at a Toyota dealership for a very long time as a Toyota Master Diagnostic Technician. Then I opened my own shop specializing in Toyota and Lexus, including hybrids. We see a lot of hybrids on a daily basis, and most folks will assume that we have a long backlog of hybrid batteries waiting to be replaced and whatnot. That's actually not the case.
How long do Toyota hybrid batteries really last? That's a good question, folks. We actually see them coming in on some of the first gen Priuses with 350, 400,000 miles on them. Anytime I have a Prius owner that's in service, I don't even reach out to them unless they have 200,000+ miles, because they don't even want to trade those cars in. But Toyota does have a 10-year, 150,000 mile warranty on them, but many hybrid batteries will definitely last well beyond 100,000 miles. Toyota's been making hybrids since the 90s.
Toyota built its reputation on the hybrid system being the one thing you never had to think about. That reputation is starting to crack, one repair quote at a time. For close to 2 decades, Toyota hybrids were the safest used car purchase a person could make. Bulletproof engines, hybrid batteries that routinely outlasted their warranty by a decade, resale values that barely moved. That track record is exactly why the current wave of complaints is landing so hard. The complaints aren't limited to ancient high-mileage Priuses either. Newer hybrid RAV4s and Camrys, some with well under 100,000 miles, are showing up in the same repair threads. A dashboard warning light appears, fuel economy quietly drops, and within a few weeks the car is limping into the dealership, running almost entirely on the gas engine.
Here's a free repair a lot of Camry owners don't know about. A recall means Toyota found a safety issue and has to fix it for free. No cost to you regardless of when you bought the car. The first one is the hybrid inverter bolt. On certain 2025 and 2026 Camry hybrids, a bolt inside the hybrid inverter can come loose and it can cause a sudden loss of power while driving it, or in rare instances, an electrical fire. Number 2 is the fuel pump failure. Some Camrys are affected by a fuel pump issue. And number 3, instrument panel display on certain Camrys can fail to show critical information like warning lights or speed, which obviously matters in noticing other problems in time. I use Axle to track all of my recalls and stay up to date with my maintenance.
I have beef with Toyota. So last year we drove up here from Mississippi through Canada, all of that to Alaska, and we knew we had to winterize my car. I stopped at the Toyota in Edmonton, Canada, and had them quote-unquote winterize it. Well, the only thing they put in my car was a block heater. We get over here, which 24 to 25's winter here apparently was very mild, and it wasn't that bad. So we got here in February of 2025, and come last winter, my son was driving my car and it just stopped. It just shut off because it was so cold. I think it was like negative 40 degrees. It just shut off and we could not get it to work. We had to get Toyota to get towed in, and they said that the battery was dead. They never said that it was not fully winterized, like it needed a trickle heater thing. I don't know. And they said it was the battery. They put in a new battery. Now my car is a hybrid, so the batteries are really expensive. And not even 2 days later, my car didn't start again. For almost all of December, almost all of January, into February, Toyota had my car because it just would not start. And then they were like, oh, your car isn't fully winterized. And I was like, okay, can we fully winterize it? So that was another $600 to finish winterizing my car, minus what had already been done to it. I go and get my car serviced this weekend, and I'm reading the paper. My battery is still only at fair. Mind you, the first time that they put the battery in it, they admitted that they put a bad battery in my car. Bad battery. Leaving me in the cold, negative 50s, negative 60 degrees. So I get it serviced this weekend, and I'm reading the report. My battery's fair, so it's still not good. This battery is not even a year old yet. And then they're like, you don't have a block heater. What do you mean I don't have a block heater? I had a block heater the last time I came here. So the last time that I went there, they wanted to take my block heater out because supposedly they're starting fires. But if you don't have a block heater, then if you plug your car's not going to start. It's not going to stay warm, and it's not going to start. And they wanted to take my block heater out, and I was like, no, don't take my block heater out. I'm assuming they took my block heater out. I have beef with Toyota. It needs to be fixed. I'm wanting to trade this car in. I want to get away from Toyota. I like the Toyota 4Runners, but a Honda Passport sounds like such a beautiful idea.
Toyota's official position is that hybrid batteries are designed to last the life of the vehicle, which technically leaves room for exactly this kind of early failure without triggering a recall. What's changed is the chemistry and the sourcing. Newer hybrid packs use different cell technology than the nickel metal hydride packs that built Toyota's original reputation.
So my car broke down last week in the middle of the road, and I have a brand new, not brand new, but like 2022 car, and it broke down. It got fixed. I didn't have a car for a few days, so I was just using one of my cousins. I wanted to lower my car payments anyways, because I'm paying an arm and a leg for this car, which was a horrible mistake at the time when I was 21. And everyone was telling me, don't get a new car, but I didn't listen. So now I'm here with this outrageous car payment.
While the newer chemistry offers better performance, some technicians are reporting a wider spread in failure timing. Independent hybrid specialty shops have started offering refurbished and remanufactured packs at a fraction of dealership pricing, sometimes $2,000 instead of $5,000 or $6,000. But that option comes with its own risk, since a refurbished pack built from used cells doesn't carry the same longevity guarantee as new.
Hi guys, my name is Mana. I live in Connecticut in the United States. I never thought I'd have to make a video like this, but I'm doing it in the hope that I reach others who might either be able to help or who are going through the same issue. My family have been loyal customers of Toyota for, I would say, about 8 years now, getting leases and subsequently buying cars from them from dealerships. And we've been really happy, including with the purchase of our Toyota 2021 Highlander back in January 2021. We leased this vehicle and we loved it so much that at the end of our lease we actually bought out the car, and I was hoping to continue to drive it for many more years, up until a couple of months ago when we started to notice that every time you would accelerate you'd get this whining noise every time you press on the gas. So it'd be like a noise, and although the car seemed to drive fine, it's a really annoying noise every time you press on the gas. We asked around, no one could really figure out what it was, so it's always best to take it back to the dealership. They can tell you if no one else can about what is wrong with your car. So we took it for an appointment. When I dropped the car off, I checked it in. They said, we will have a look at this, and I got a text asking if I would be interested in selling my car, because they were interested in it, and even though I wasn't interested, I thought, let me just see what quote they give me. And so I get a text back of a quote of about, I think, $26,000 to $28,000, which was like, okay, that's pretty good, because it only has 53,000 miles on it. And so after a few hours, I go to pick up the car, and I'm given a quote of I think over or between $10,000 to $11,000, and I'm told that I need a new transmission. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't know what a transmission was. I don't know anything about cars, and I just sat there with like tears in my eyes thinking, what the hell? My car is only 5 years old. How could something so big already go wrong in a car like this? And they were telling me like, yeah, it's got low mileage relatively. I was also told that the warranty, the powertrain warranty is for 5 years or 60,000 miles, whatever comes first. And I bought my car in January 2021, so it was just over its 5-year birthday. So I was out of warranty, so I had to cough up all the money for it. I also asked for an updated quote now that they know this issue, and they said they would buy my car for $15,000. See how much it dropped in value? I declined to get the transmission fixed, and I wanted to talk it through with my husband and find out a bit more, because honestly, I was just... Coincidentally, my husband's car, which is also a Toyota, a different model and a hybrid, also needed some servicing, and I took it to a different dealership. And while I was there, I said to them, hey, I have a 2021 Highlander, and I've been told that the transmission needs replacing. Can you give me a quote from your dealership instead? And the very kind gentleman, he gave me a different quote, which was a little better than the Hartford Toyota. And then he did say something that piqued my interest. He said something about previous Highlanders, about customer support program, but not for my Highlander, which was in 2021. And so I said, well, if they knew of transmission issues, like, why haven't they done a recall? And he said, oh, there was a customer support program, and I was like, well, I never heard about it. And he was like, oh, I don't know. He didn't know too much detail. So that piqued my interest enough to go home and research it. When I got home, all I had to do was Google Toyota Highlander transmission, and you are inundated with articles, details of lawsuits, Reddit posts, and different social media posts about people who have problems with their Toyota Highlanders and their transmission. And turns out it's not just Toyota Highlanders, it's a couple of other models, and it's all the models that were manufactured between a particular time frame. The one that I read was 2017 to 2022, and all of them which contain the UA80 transmission. Turns out that Toyota knew that their UA80 transmissions were defective, and they did have a customer support program for people who had Highlanders for the 2017 to I think 2019 Highlanders, and that customer support program covered all of their cars, but it wasn't extended to people who bought Highlanders beyond that, despite those Highlanders also having the same transmission issue, which is why they are also facing multiple lawsuits across the country for the same thing. I don't know much about cars, but this smells really fishy, and what's really boiled my blood is I just got a call back from Toyota corporate telling me that we're really sorry, and we're not covering anything, and you're out of warranty, and pursue whatever lawsuits. You're well within your rights to pursue whatever you want, and we're going to work with the Attorney General's office and look into it, but we're really sorry. But she did admit that they updated their internal repair service manuals to internally, so that when these problems show up that they know how to fix them, which just goes to show they knew and they still sold them, and they're asking people to pay out their own pockets to fix them. So help me out here. If you go through the same thing, please let me know.
And that main thing is that Toyota's reliability is just not what it used to be. And for you loyal Toyota fans, the truth might actually hurt just a little bit. Now, you might think that the Toyota Tundra is one of the biggest recall issues over the past few years with Toyota, but I'm sorry to say that the engine failures in the new Tundra aren't the only issue and aren't the only recalls, and really not the only vehicle that Toyota has been totally failing in their quality department. So of course by now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that the new Toyota Tundra has kind of been a bit of a sales flop, especially since their new V6 twin turbo has been plagued with lots of engine failures. And of course Toyota is a great company. They stand by their product, and they've done right by every Toyota Tundra owner that's purchased a vehicle. So they've taken care of customers by giving them new engines, and they've also gone as far as, even if your engine has no issues or you have 100,000 miles, you can get a free engine replacement from Toyota for your Tundra, just like this guy did.
The financial math is brutal for anyone caught mid-loan. Dealerships are seeing more of these cars traded in specifically because of hybrid battery concerns, sometimes before the battery has even failed, as owners who've read enough forum threads decide they'd rather not find out which side of the failure curve they land on.
Emerson Toyota in Auburn, Maine spilt my fiance's chai all across the back of her car and then proceeded to lie about cleaning it up, or doing their best to do so.
So I have to gather myself because I recorded this video one other time and I feel like it was right after what happened, and I need to draw back all of the anger. Now that video still is in my drafts. But Emerson Toyota of Auburn, Maine. This is like the second or third incident that we've had with you guys, and I need it to be better because it's starting to feel personal at this point. I go with my fiance earlier today. We go in. We're a little bit late for the appointment. They said as long as you're not more than 15 minutes late. We were at that 15-minute mark. We literally were walking in the office at 10:15 instead of 10 o'clock. We did offer a reschedule. They said as long as you're there before or by 10:15, no worries. Cool, we get there. The gentleman that took us in was the gentleman that a year ago or two gave a huge, like, it was a big issue. There was a huge incident that led to us not being able to somehow get in touch with like a manager to make a formal complaint. So back when I was on Facebook, I made a post on Facebook. Yo, Emerson Toyota, this is crazy. This is what happened. The post went kind of crazy. A lot of shares, a lot of tags of the big manager reached out to me. Hey, I can't remember what he said. Here's my number. Called me. I can't even remember his name. Noah, Nick, something. And this is not the standard of whatever. I can't believe that happened. Basically, I'm so sorry. Da 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 da. Here's 2 free oil changes. We get one of them at some point. We were hesitant to go and get the second one, which we never redeemed because we were worried about them. Like, they always have an issue with something. We didn't want them to challenge us about it. We couldn't remember the guy's number, the guy's information. So I'm just like, you know what, whatever. We get a coupon in the mail for $59.99 for tire rotation or oil change. Great, whatever. We make an appointment. We go in there this morning. The gentleman that gave us the huge issue, gave her the huge issue the last time, was there, and he was very nice. I'm assuming that there was some type of corrective action that he was told, hey, you can't treat people like this. Cool. He was fine. We just went and got. Yeah, it was phony, but it's fine because as long as you're not being maintained, I don't care how fake it is, that's your own problem, not mine. We have our coffees. There's a chai in the back that was made a little bit too strong. We put the chai right here. There's also a small cup with, like, I don't know, like this much milk in it. Yeah, we were able to drive all the way from Topsom to far Auburn, almost wherever the next city is, Turner, without any spillage. We were driving because we were trying to get here on time. So 10:58, we're just like, oh, let's just go see like if I'm gonna need a ride to work. Great. We check. They're like, oh, your car's actually done. But when the driver got in to go move your car out, there was some type of smell. It looks like we spilled the drink in the back of your car.
He said milk. He specifically said milk. He said, it smelled like milk, and you look back there, there's a bunch of milk everywhere.
Right. Didn't mention the chai, just the milk. So we're like, oh, okay. Airlina comes and sits back down and lets me know the situation. I'm like, okay, so they're trying to clean it. Yeah, they're trying to clean it. Wonderful. Almost half an hour goes by. At 11:25, we were like, oh, like, we let them know, like, we had to get out of there. So we walk up, and there's somebody in front of us, and we get up there, and she says, hey, I just want to know if the car's done. I have somewhere to be. The lady with the red hair, she's like a ginger, not fully red, it's like a ginger, blondish orange hair with glasses, bangs, like this length maybe. She's like, okay, well, did you get a text that it's done? Erin was like, no, we were told half an hour ago that it was done, but one of the techs spilled milk all over the back of my car and they were supposed to be cleaning it up. Doesn't say anything, click, 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 all this other stuff. We get a text message right as she's printing off the paper, oh, the car's done. I'm like, cool, so they just had the car, because we seen that there was nobody working on the car, they had already moved the car. So we're like, interesting. The car's sitting right there. There's a cashier's window where somebody is just staring at me. A woman with glasses, pulled back in a dark hair, pulled back in a bun. I don't know, I think she had some type of colored hair as well, like where like her hair was like this. She's just staring at me, so I'm thinking, oh, maybe she's seen my videos, maybe something. That's always what I go to, because that's what it always ends up being in most cases. So I'm standing there, this lady with the orange hair comes back with the paper and is like, we need a, what did she say? Something about a sign here.
Yeah.
Like it was so rude.
It's very rude.
Like insufferably miserable.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, so very, like, no eye contact, very rude. Mind you, we are not being rude. We're not even really rushing. We're just like, hey, just want to know if the car's done, if we have some place to be. And they said, you know, like very, very calm. I'm looking down at my phone, like looking up, like smiling a little bit, like looking back down. But every time I look up, I notice that this lady at the cashier window where they make the transactions is just staring me dead in my face. So Erlina signs this paper. I look, and this lady is like she's literally like not even trying to avoid eye contact. And I'm like, she's literally like, I was like, yeah, that's how she's looking. She's like, and it's like leaning, like, and I'm like, so I say, and this took a lot of courage for me to say because I have anxiety at this point. I say, I was like, hi, is there a problem? And she's like, no, I'm waiting on the receipt. I was like, because you keep staring at me in my face. And Erlina's like, babe, come on. I was like, I just don't understand it. I was like, so the lady says something. She's like, here you go, with her keys, and we take them and we leave. I'm sick and tired of being treated differently than the person standing next to me. And it's not the first time that it's happened at Emerson Toyota in Auburn, Maine. It would be much different if we went, yo, what's up? Where the fucking car? You know, if we were crazy or something. We're not like that. We're very nice. I don't know if it was our gay bay matching shirts or something like that, or if it was something else. But it seems to be a recurrent issue. And obviously, the first post where I was like, hey, it needs to be addressed. It's not okay. And it seems to happen a little bit less on like the new car side. This is her second car with them. And it seems to happen a lot more on the service side.
It's very odd. And he was also super. I know. I hope it stops raining. It's like. Because he was super passive aggressive to me when I was by myself that first time. So
yeah, apparently he was passive aggressive with her, which
threw my keys at me. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't. Are you talking about the first time?
Yes.
No, he was extremely rude the first time, and he did throw the keys at her, and that's part of the reason why I made the post on Facebook. So anyway, we get to the car, we realize that there is chai all over. Still, they're like, we did our best to absolutely clean it up, whatever. There's chai still sticky on the seats even right now, all over our basket. I'm like, what the hell did they do? On the windows, on the door. But we're like, okay, cool. This is just a wipe up issue. I go to work. She goes to the store to get some wipes and cleaner spray, whatever, to clean her car up. She's on the phone with my mother. She lifts up this middle console thing. There is a puddle of chai. She lifts up her mats on the floor. All they did was a quick wipe on top. There's chai all under there.
Even under the passenger seat up here, there was chai. It's just
so I'm just so confused as to like, what actually happened? The cup was still left there, like all smushed up, and they just left it in there.
But threw away the little milk cup. They only had like this much milk in it.
Right. So like, I'm very, very confused. Clearly, the whole entire chai was a brand new chai, spilled, and it feels like it was something that maybe wasn't an accident, or they were absolutely whipping the car around and it went everywhere. But they didn't offer a detail. They didn't do anything. It's all over still, and she just spent an hour trying to clean it all. And as it dried, there's still sticky chai all over here. So like, I'm so confused right now. Like, no, you didn't try. And when we let you know that we were in a rush, not a rush, but like we're like, hey, look, we have a lot of time limit. They're like, okay, we're gonna go try to clean the car, let you know we're done. Nobody let us know anything. They were letting us sit there to be late until the very last minute. And it's disrespectful. And if you're not treating other people like that, then why are you treating us like this? And please don't get it confused. This is not how we were when we were there. We're just upset right now. I hate to come on here with something negative that's not like, oh, a food review. But we review small businesses and large businesses alike, and I didn't think that it would lead to this video today because I fully went in here with the anticipation that this is going to be a normal service situation. And it was not a normal situation, a normal service situation, because the woman with the red hair, sorry, she's like a ginger hair with the glasses and the bangs, and a pair of jeans and a black shirt, or whatever color shirt she was wearing, and the slightly heavier one at the window, the cashier's window, who was very, very rude. It's just uncalled for. So I feel the need to share it with you guys, because why not? I don't understand why businesses feel the need to treat, and it seems to be very specific employees who have these problems. I've never seen that woman with the ponytail in the back of her head a day in my life.
No, and the other lady that with the ginger hair, she's never been that rude to me. I've been going here since the beginning of 2020 with my first car. That's her first time being so rude to me. I think it's because we made that formal complaint.
I don't know what it is, but as far as it goes, I mean, listen, Emerson, Toyota as a total, I'm going to tag you guys. I don't know if this is just how you guys do business. That's really interesting if so, because we're obviously going to have to take like our business elsewhere. We're going to have to get a different car or something, I don't know. But it's really disheartening to think that this is the standard, or this is the service standard that you guys have, because it's very evident what's happening here. I'm not really going to say it because I hate to be like that person, but when there's two other people being treated two other different ways than us and how we're being treated, it's pretty straightforward on what's happening. I'm over it. I can't deal with it anymore. TikTok, do your thing, because it's too much. It's too much.
So my car broke down last week in the middle of the road, and I have a not brand new, but like 2022 car, and it broke down. It got fixed. I didn't have a car for a few days, so I was just using one of my cousins. I wanted to lower my car payments anyways, because I'm paying an arm and a leg for this car, which was a horrible mistake at the time when I was 21. And everyone was telling me, don't get a new car, but I didn't listen. So now I'm here with this outrageous car payment.
$11,000 to repair my Toyota CHR. Yep. That's not what I expected from my Toyota. I bought this car brand new from Toyota Carlsbad, California. I did everything right. Dealer purchase, committed to dealer maintenance, all with average mileage. Now fast forward to 100,000 miles. This car has been back and forth from Toyota 8 times and just 6 times for the last issue. After spending $2,400 on a replacement valve, lift controller, and valve reset, whatever that is, the car later began to misfire again and shut down all its critical systems, lane assist, backup sensors, collision warnings, all disabled. Toyota reset it, sent me on my way. And then it happened again and again, 6 times. No root cause, no real fix. Finally, Toyota only resolution was a $8,700 major overhaul with no guarantees it's going to fix the problem. Let that sink in. They want me to spend almost the value of the car on repairs that basically is on a guess. If you replace everything, it will fix the problem. I opened the case with Toyota Resolution Department. They denied it. No real assistance other than some emails and no accountability. So here's my question. How does a car known for reliability become unsafe, undiagnosable, and unsupported at just over 100,000 miles? I did my part. Toyota is choosing not to do theirs. This isn't about wear and tear. It's about responsibility. If you're considering a Toyota, especially a CHR, just know that this could happen to you. Toyota, this is your product. Stand by it.
Toyota still sells more hybrids than any other manufacturer, and for the overwhelming majority of owners, the battery genuinely will outlast the rest of the car the way it always has. Service advisors describe a noticeable shift in how these conversations go, with owners pulling up forum threads on their phones and asking pointed questions about failure rates on their specific model year. For anyone shopping used right now, hybrid specialists are recommending a battery health scan before purchase, not because most cars will fail it, but because the ones that do are expensive enough that it's worth ruling out first.